Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is Sunday morning, and this is one of my favorite spots in the morning. Right in this very spot when I'm walking. I turn the corner from our little road, and that sun hits me right in the face, and I love it. There's really something about getting sunlight in your eyes in the morning that helps wake you up. I did a video not too long ago about my whole day in the life, from the minute I woke up in the morning until I go to bed at night. And I talked about how I prioritize sleep. I do a few things at night to get me prepared for a good night's sleep. And then when I get up in the morning, I get some sunlight in my eyes without my glasses. It's good to get sunlight right to the eyes without any obstructions, including lenses on glasses, just for a few minutes, just to alert your brain that it's time to wake up. It really does work. I was skeptical when I heard people talking about this a couple of years ago. But honestly, if you try it, it really does something good to the brain in the morning. So I'm out right now for a 2-mile walk. I got my dog Sapphira with me. We are going to be leaving today for a very long day. Sapphira will be at home with Manna and Callie. They're fine when we leave them at home alone for a whole day, but Sapphira needs to be let in and out. So my neighbor is going to let her out a couple, 2-3 times for us today so that she can go potty and also get some human interaction for a few minutes. Today is our 4-year-old grandson Silas's birthday party, and we are driving down 200 miles to go to his party. So I'm going to vlog my day today, mostly of my activity and my meals that I'm eating as we are traveling back and forth today away from home. We have no plans today of what we're going to be eating. I didn't even ask my son and daughter-in-law what they're going to be having for food for the party. I'm just going to wing it, and I'm going to show you what I do when I have to just wing it. It's easy to do this when you're at home and you have all your foods around you, but it's totally different when you are on the road and you are at the mercy of other people when you're going to their houses for food or what have you. Take a few minutes to talk to you about migraine headaches. I have had several questions lately about my used to be migraine headaches. And how long did it take for them to stop once I started eating this way? And I'm going to tell you what I think personally for me, what caused my migraine headaches. I'm just sharing my personal experience. I don't promise that if you eat exactly the way that I eat, that your migraines are going to completely disappear. I just am telling you what I did and what I think caused my migraines to disappear. I dealt with headaches my whole life. Sometimes they were really severe. Sometimes they were mild, nagging headaches. But I have had headaches my whole life until now, thank God. So when I reached my maybe late 30s to early 40s, I started having severe migraine headaches, debilitating migraine headaches. These were the kind of headaches where you couldn't function. There was no way I could get up that day and go to work. Thank God my children were teenagers when these started. If they had been little boys when this happened, I would have had to call in help. There's no way I could have cared for little kids during these extreme migraine episodes. So I would feel them coming on usually around 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Almost every time they started in the middle of the night. And I would wake up thinking, oh no, here we go. I knew my entire day and night for at least 18-24 hours was going to be shot. I would cancel any appointments that I had for that day, any plans, because nope, I wasn't leaving the bed. I had to sit in the bedroom in complete darkness. I had room darkening curtains, and I had to sit up in the bed. It was miserable, let me tell you. Could not lay down. If I laid down, my head would just throb, even worse. Sit there with my elbows on my knees. I'd hold my fingers over my ears so I couldn't hear any sounds. I would keep my eyes closed. I would have ice compression caps on my head. I couldn't take any kind of medications, whether they were over the counter or prescription. I would throw up multiple times throughout the day as I was having these migraine headaches. So anything I did take, I would just throw up. I would sit there in the silent dark and deal with it until it was over. And then after it was over, it literally took me a whole nother day to recover and feel myself again. I felt brain fog. It has been almost 4 years ago since I had my last migraine headache. It happened in November 4 years ago. We're in the middle of August, so I have a few months to go until I reach the 4-year mark of when I had that last migraine headache. I started eating this way 4 years ago, the end of summer, early fall. It was about this time of year. For a couple, 2-3 months, I still had migraine headaches. And then all of a sudden, they stopped. When I first started eating this way, I was eating kind of like the dirty keto. I was eating keto granolas. I was eating keto wraps. Anything that said keto on it in the grocery store, I thought that it was fine. As I progressed through my journey, I started learning about how it's important to watch your ingredients. So I started cleaning things up a little bit. Started eating more whole foods and less packaged foods. And my migraines stopped. After November, I believe it was November 28th, but I'm not 100% on that. It's been a while. I had my last migraine. Around that time was when I started eating clean ingredient foods. I believe for myself that it was the ultra processed foods with all the chemicals that are not good for you. We were not created, and it was not intended for us to eat foods that were made in factories by man. Sorry, I'm blowing the bugs away. So I believe that God created us. He designed our bodies perfectly, and he also created food for us that comes from animals and from plants. First started eating this way and started learning things, following certain people. I kind of got brainwashed that plants are out to kill you. So maybe some plants are, and maybe some people are intolerant to certain plants, okay? For the most part, there are people, billions of people, all around this world that eat plants, fruits and vegetables every single day, and they're thriving health-wise too. In saying that, I'm not saying that some people cannot tolerate plants, and I'm not saying that some people can't tolerate eggs. I'm not saying that some people can't tolerate meat. You got to eat what your body thrives on, okay? You have to do that by eliminating things and discover what you do best on. But billions of people eat plants every single day, and they're thriving health-wise, okay? I'm not saying go vegan, because I really believe that we need to eat meat every day. It should be what we focus on, getting lots of protein into our bodies. But if you can tolerate plants, plants are fine. They're not trying to kill you. Now, maybe the chemicals that they spray on the plants, well, that's a different story, but I'm not going to go there today. So I believe eliminating all those chemicals in those ultra-processed foods and going to a whole food diet, the food that God created for us and intended for us to thrive on, is what caused my migraine headaches to stop. I can't explain it any other way. I do believe, for me, for myself, that grains hurt my joints, okay? I believe that grains are something that I can't tolerate, because every time I eat anything that has an inkling of any kind of grain in it, I hurt. All right. Some people can have a few grains. My husband can eat some grains and he is perfectly fine, but I can't. And now let's talk about sugar. We already know that most carbohydrate foods turn to sugar in the blood and burn like regular sugar. Sugar is what I blame for making me overweight. So all those things together, the sugar, the grains, and the chemicals in the ultra-processed foods, all together in my body was a perfect storm to make me sick in so many different ways. I had so many things going on. All of those things could contribute to a lot of the different things that were going on in my body. I do believe, though, that when I cleaned up my diet and started getting the ultra-processed foods out and went to whole foods, that is when my migraine headaches stopped. I got rid of the grains. That's when my joint pain stopped. I'm sorry if you see bugs flying around my face right now. It's really bad out here right now. I can't do anything about it. So eliminating all of those things have caused me to have no more migraine headaches, have no more joint pain, and I've lost weight. My advice to anyone who's suffering from migraine headaches, now I'm not a doctor, okay, I'm not prescribing anything to you, but anyone can benefit from omitting highly processed foods, packaged foods. Go back to the old ways. Go back to eating meat, fish, eggs, vegetables, fruit. You can even eat potatoes if you want to. I don't right now because I'm trying to lose some weight. And I feel like any kind of higher carbohydrate foods like that, starchy foods, they're going to affect my weight loss, okay? But if you're just a person that you don't need to lose weight, you're just trying to get rid of migraine headaches, eat whole food. Eat foods that come from the earth and from animals. And I'm not promising your migraine headaches are going to go away, but I will say you will feel better. You will start to feel more energy. You will start to lose some weight because chemicals in your body can cause you to hold on to weight. You will feel better overall. So you can give it a try, see if it helps you, or maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm praying that anyone watching this video right now that's having bad migraine headaches, I pray that it would work for you, but no guarantees. All right. So I'm done with my walk. I'm going to go in. We're going to get ready and go see our boys celebrate our Silas's birthday. And I will keep you posted throughout the day today. All right. We are making breakfast real quick before we leave. And Ed is outside grilling some steaks. We have some little small steak tenderloin and he's grilling them and I'm scrambling up some eggs. So it's going to be steak and eggs for breakfast. I'll show you a picture as soon as it's done. Also, I'm drinking a second cup of coffee and that's going to be our first meal today. So I will see you in just a little bit. So we are at my son's house having a great time. Just wanted to check in with you all. I'm having some coffee. They had pizza for the birthday party food. And of course they have some cake and they also have some watermelon. So I did have a little bit of watermelon. I think that we will stop and get something to eat on the way back home tonight. I'm thinking maybe some Middle Eastern food. We never get to get that anymore since we've moved away from this Detroit area. So I want to show you this cornfield. This is not my son's corn. It's the farm that's next to my son's yard here. But I want to show you how tall. Actually, I'm going to turn it around so you can see. Look at how tall this corn is all the way down. It's amazing to me how tall this is. It's like a big wall. But we're having fun. All my grandkids are here. All 4 of my grandsons. We're all playing and having a good time, getting ready to go swimming in the swimming pool and just right now they're having a water balloon fight. That's why I walked away. I don't want to get hit with a water balloon. So anyways, I'll let you know later what's going on food-wise. See you then. We are now at a restaurant. It is a Middle Eastern restaurant in Trenton, Michigan called Malik Al Kebab. and I ordered a beef kebab with grilled vegetables and a salad, and I'll show you that when it comes. I'm really hungry. It's 20 after 6, so just not getting my dinner in. This is the salad. It's the house salad. It has a vinaigrette dressing, fresh lettuce, smells delicious. All right, this is dinner. Beef kebab and vegetables. Looks delicious. All right, we're getting on the freeway, going back home. We got our coffee, our Tim Hortons coffee. It is 7 o'clock, and we have a 3-hour drive. So we'll get home about 10 or so, and probably pretty much go right to bed. It's been a long day, but it was a fun day. Great day celebrating our grandson. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, that's his napkin. It was a Silas birthday, and it was a great time. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. We're just gonna drive home, and so I'll see you soon. God bless. I forgot to do the thumbs up. Thumbs up.